A lot of people never thought they would hear me saying these words, but here we go. President Trump at this hour is hosting Senator Chuck Schumer and Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. They're at dinner at the White House. The Democratic leader is going to the table offering no concessions in their push for amnesty, proposing instead a standalone bill that would legalize dreamers without funding the border wall. And Speaker Paul Ryan, he's not at that table. That you may have thought we wouldn't bring up, but there it is. That hasn't stopped him from chiming in, however, of course. He's now saying deporting dreamers is not in our nation's interest. And all of this comes as the apprehension of illegal immigrant families and unaccompanied illegal children on the southern border. They have been rising for the last 4 months and up dramatically, up 37% and 20%, respectively, in the month of August alone. College Park, Maryland, becoming the largest city in the country to allow green card holders, illegal immigrants, and other non-citizens to vote in local elections. The Washington, D.C. suburb becomes Maryland's 11th jurisdiction to permit non-citizen voting. The sanctuary cities of San Francisco and Chicago both have similar policies, while 4 towns in Massachusetts have taken steps to allow non-citizens to vote. Well, joining me now to discuss the president's immigration policy, the wall, border security, and the push for tax reform and the politics of it all. We're joined by Congressman Lou Gohmert of Texas, a member of the Freedom Caucus and the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, great to have you with us.
Always good to be with you, Lou.
We appreciate that. Let's start with Paul Ryan, the speaker, on the wall, saying there's only one person he knows of in the entire conference in the House who wants the wall. A little hyperbole?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's a lot of hyperbole. And in fact, when I saw the article, Lou, I just talked to Paul within the last 20 minutes because I was going, what was this about? He said, well, when was it? I said, it says earlier this year. And he said, look, I may have been speaking with hyperbole, but that he knows now, and we made the point clear, and he supported us on it. We got $1.6 billion in the bill we passed in the House to get the wall started, and he has assured me as of the last 15 minutes that's not going to be the end of it. We're going to keep pushing. Now, we don't need, and it could have been hyperbole because we really don't need a wall from all 2,000 plus miles. I mean, heck, if you can get across the Big Bend National Park carrying all the water you're going to have to carry, then I want you in this country. We got special missions for you in our military. But there are places we have got to have a wall. It has got to be there. It's the best thing we could do for our neighbor, Mexico.
Yeah, Congressman, you're talking to an audience who has followed this issue.
Oh, I know. You got a good audience.
Many years.
Smart.
And they're highly informed, and they're also highly sensitive to getting BS'd again. They've been BS'd by the left. They've been BS'd by the right. They've been lied to by Republicans. They've been lied to by Democrats.
I'm right in there with them.
And now, Paul Ryan, the so-called Republican Speaker of the House, he's a rhino, as you well know, but he is nonetheless the Speaker. And we are suddenly, we're not hearing about the wall. We're not seeing the wall going up. We're watching illegal immigration into this country in the last 4 months surge. We're watching unaccompanied children surging across that border.
Coming back
We
again.
are watching families surging across that border. What the hell is going on?
Well, we have got to get the wall started, and the 1.6.
Wait a minute. That's the kind of nonsense we heard when Dana Rohrabacher was pushing through a wall under Bush. The wall doesn't get built. The wall does not get built. And we can't even get this one started. What's the deal?
Well, we do have a lot of people that don't want one. And I mean, we were just voting in the House, and really, Lou, I was just sitting there amazed. We had 23 votes, and it seemed, I think I'm accurate on this, most of the Democratic amendments to the appropriation bill passed, And it sure seemed that most of the Republicans did not. And I'm asking the people around me, what's going on here? Is this some parallel universe? We're supposed to be in the majority. We're supposed to be getting these things done. But no, we have got to get a wall done. It doesn't have to be everywhere, but we've got to get that done. And some of us are not giving up. We're going to be relentless.
Well, you know, I'm proud of you all not giving up. I'm going to be real honest with you. But I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. You guys can't even get one started. It's not about giving up. I mean, I can give you little gold stars for not giving up, but that doesn't mean anything happens. Yeah. And I really don't understand why there isn't a significant push here, because it is the source of the majority of methamphetamines, marijuana, cocaine, and heroin into this country.
Yeah, we sent $70 to $80 billion.
Congressman, no presidential candidate has focused on those drugs more than this president.
Than Donald Trump. You bet. I think that helped him get elected. And so, yeah, we've got to get it done. But now the talk about DACA, I mean, this is what the Border Patrol say. When anybody in Washington talks about legalizing anybody, we get a surge. They've been saying that for years, and they're right every time. We have got to quit talking about legalizing anybody.
There isn't a single soul in your conference or the Democrats and the leadership of both parties that don't understand that relationship of cause and effect. Talking about amnesty, and you've got Mark Short, the president's liaison to Congress, arguably talking about DACA amnesty and a trade for tax reform. Is that BS, or is that what you understand?
No, I think there's some people that are talking about that kind of trade, and I think it would be an absolute disaster. That is not going to do this country any good, and it is going to increase a new surge that's already started, as you pointed out. The talking about this stuff has got to stop. We have got to push through this, and I really have to,
I sure hope I hope you all start taking. I mean, you know, I mean,
Lou, the game has been played for too
long, and
you're telling me.
It's terrible.
We can't give up, and this is life or death for our country. We are losing the greatest, freest country that ever had.
Congressman, I got to quit there. I agree with you entirely.
We're not giving up.
Congressman Lou Dobbs, thanks for being